Hey, happy Tuesday, everyone. And this is just kind of a little quick Facebook Live. Like it's not going to be as long as the ones I normally do. And this particular one, I'm not going to be, venting or doing, talking about the weird stuff that happened, especially like stuff that I posted yesterday about my weird experiences in elementary school and principals who don't like hockey. But the reason why I'm actually doing this is today is Giving Tuesday, as I mentioned, and one of the things about Giving Tuesday is that it's an opportunity to take resources that you have, be it money, be it yourself, be it your services, be it your talents, and to share them with people who definitely deserve them or need them. And so I'm going to make a special plea today, and I normally don't do this because there's a lot of causes that I really wish I could support, but I'm a school employee, so I'm kind of broke. But I will point this one out. This was actually set up by a friend of a friend, and it's on behalf of a young man who has pretty much been set up to fail, and we're not going to let that happen because we're educators and we're people who care. But I'm just going to share a little bit off of the GoFundMe that's been set up for this kid. He just turned 18 and was basically kicked out of his house on Thanksgiving Day. But the story doesn't just end there. This kid has been abused. This kid has been locked up in his family's garage for over a year, and he was only let out once a day to use the restroom. And the only reason why he's been able to get this intervention is because there are a couple teachers of his who care and are aware of the situation. And unfortunately, Child Protective Services has not done anything to help this situation. And so basically anything that's been happening, even with CPS being called, the situation was worse. And so as soon as the day this kid turned 18, and by the way, just my disclaimer, I don't know this kid, but I know someone who knows someone who is helping this kid out, okay? And as soon as he turned 18, he was basically kicked out, put out on the street with nothing, absolutely nothing, not even access to his birth certificate or his social security card. So this kid has just been kicked out with no identity or any way of doing anything. And to make it even worse, because he's 18, he requires adult ID to do anything, including getting a job. So basically set up for failure. And so this teacher set him up with a part-time job and a bus pass, toiletries, just things to get by. Currently he has a temporary setup, so he's not like on the streets right now, but he is temporarily staying at a friend's house. And despite all of this happening, he is definitely keeping his spirits up from what I understand. And the reason why this one resonates to me extremely, is that this kid has done nothing wrong. He doesn't have a criminal record. He's a senior in high school. He just needs to finish so that he can get his high school diploma, which is pretty much the gateway for anything else that you need to do in your life, especially in this society. And I think what angers me the most out of this is that, and I think that would anger anyone, is that the obstacles that are placed in front of this kid are completely unnecessary. There are signs of abuse, there's signs of neglect, and it's just horrifying that the stepmom would go out of her way to make sure that this kid does not succeed. And we're not going to let that happen. So if you're watching this right now, if you look on the description of this video, there is a GoFundMe link for this kid that was set up by the same teacher who has been helping him at least get a little bit of money and work, which apparently this teacher also has. Her family has a Christmas tree farm, so that's where he's working right now. Kids in South Orange County, and there's a lot of people who care and are trying to just raise some funds so that he'll be able to live somewhere rent free for a year while he gets on his feet and does what he needs to do to become an independent adult. But at the same time, though, no kid should be in a situation like this, and it's completely unacceptable to have someone like a step parent decide that your life is not worth cultivating. So this is just a quick one. As you can see, I'm in the iPad room here because school just started. But I'm just going to throw it out there. please take a look at the GoFundMe. If anything, share this. Get this viral. I'm not asking you guys to make donations. I'm not asking you guys to, throw money at this. But I am asking, make it known that if you are a person, of good morals and you care about kids, that things like this should not happen, and all kids should have the ability to thrive, or at least have a chance of doing so. So anyway, that's my spiel today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your Giving Tuesday. Do your thing. Be good. And all that stuff. I'm going to get back to work, and I have a paper to work on that's due today. Well, at least the rough final draft. Yeah. Anyway, check it out. GoFundMe link. Please share it. Share it to as many people as possible. And, if you see any, just a little side note, but if you see any student or any kid who may possibly be experiencing issues of abuse, neglect, or you even suspect it, report it immediately to a proper authority. Just do it. There's so many things that I wish I could have done when I was younger in terms of being able to report things that I saw and experienced in my own life, that, to see it make it to this severity is infuriating. So yes, once again, please check out that GoFundMe, share that link like crazy, and if you can throw them a few bucks, great. But at the same time, as I said, watch out for everyone. Protect the kids. It's just not right. Anyway, I'll check y'all later.